Where is the... No, that's better. Now, it should stay like this. If it knows what's good for it. Right, now where's... I've got me old coffee here. Ah, there he is. These are not actually the ones that work. Howdy. Everyone's busy today, I understand. I'm busy too. Just not right this second. Let's go to the shop. Let's take my meds first. Let's take the meds. How are you, Mina? How are you? I've seen that Krishna is live. And Parwa, she's live as well. Because it's early here. It's 10 past 10 a.m. Good morning. Well, that's not early, but I'm all right. I'm struggling a bit with my mental health at the minute, if I was to be honest. But we all are. Who doesn't? Blah blah blah. Everyone does. Do you know what I mean? Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You know. Good to see you, Julie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in, Mina and Julie, and anyone else who's in there. Yeah. I went live because I was in bad mood. That's why I went live. Because I was in so much bad mood, I was nearly having a panic attack. So I decided to go live. Because I've lost my spark. I've lost my little spark plug. I need to be able to get my finger out my arse, get a few bits done. But at the minute, I can't think of two things at once. So we're dealing with it. Checking on the cats. All the cats are outside, and I locked the door, so the dogs can't get to them. So I've had a coffee. I'm gonna load the dishwasher here, and then I have to go to the pharmacy, guys. Haven't had my meds in a couple of days. I'm just telling you what's up, like, you know. Some people say, why would you tell people? I'm just telling you, like, haven't had my meds in a few days. I have to go and get them. And apparently, I'm a moody cunt. Apparently, I need my meds. Trying to charge my phone here. Apparently, I need my meds. Do you know what I mean? And I got a bit pissed off because the pharmacy said, "Ew, we're not going to give you your medication because by our records, you haven't been taking them correctly." And I'm like, hold on a minute. Where the fuck are you when I'd be taking them, number one? Where the fuck are you, Mr. Pharmacy person? Second of all, I've been on them for 4 years. You know the score. And third of all, I'm nearly 40 years of age. And fifth of all, why is it easier to get crack and heroin than it is to get your fucking antidepressants? Do you know what I mean? Questions and forms and checkups and all that. Hold on a minute. You can get heroin and crack right now. Opium. And it takes less fucking hassle to get that than it is to get fucking antidepressants. Like, I'm trying to charge my phone. That's what I'm trying to do right now. We'll have to stay there. So yeah, it's not doom and gloom. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. That's why I went live, because I was walking around the kitchen like this. I was outside. I wasn't talking to anyone. It's very quiet. You know what I mean? It's very early in the morning, and I'm thinking fuck. So I just said I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna do some shit while I talk shit. You know what I mean? And that's it. Kids are all going to school. The missus is in work. But I've had serious rattles the last few days. Serious rattles. And haven't had any Sertro. Some people need their Sertro. You know what I mean? I have to go to the pharmacy and get some, but I'm afraid the cat's going to get eaten by the dog. So now I'm sure there's more in here somewhere. There has to be pills. There's pills in here somewhere. Where's me pills? I think there was enough for one more day. I think there was enough. There was enough to keep me going until I get up there. Come on. Pills are good. Pills are good. Everybody, pills are good. Fuck. Anyway. Yeah. So I didn't realise that the pharmacy are like fucking questions and fucking. It's like Jesus. It's an antidepressant, not a fucking bag of fentanyl. You know what I mean? I'm so sorry. We're not going to make you happy today because by our records, fuck you and your records. Just give me pills. Stop asking questions, like, do you understand? Sorry. I will find some. I know I had some. I kept some yesterday. Because I said I can't wake up in the morning and not have me fucking pills. Pills. Where is it? Where's me pill? Maybe I did take all of them and now there's none left. Oh, Jesus Christ. But I do have the pharmacy's like a 10-minute walk, so. And I just didn't want to go yet because the cat's out enjoying himself after his breakfast. Hey! So that's the gig anyway. That's what I'm doing right now, people. It's Tuesday. The kids are going to their dad's tomorrow. So I've got one more dinner basically to think of and cook and that's it. Look, see, I told you, I only have one day left. What are they talking about? What is the pharmacy shiting about? None left. Look, out of 2 months worth, I was completely correct. I know how much I take my fucking meds. Talk about we need an assessment. Talk about do you take them the way you should? Bitch, how would you know? Yes, I do. Shit, sorry, our clothes is in the press. So, take the pills, hopefully sort the rattles out. Come on, no one likes to rattle like a fucking junk. What are you rattling for? Are you on drugs? No. Are you unhappy? No. Are you overburdened? No. You need medication. I know. So I decided to go live and just tell you all about my day, about my mental struggles. Not struggles, just tell you stuff. Just because at the end of the day, when I used to do 3 and 4 lives a day, it seemed that the days went quicker and I was a bit chirpier and I didn't do as many lives the last few weeks. Why is that? Don't know. So my cat died. My cat died and it really hurt. That's why. Cat died. I've never had to dig a hole and bury something before in my life. You know what I mean? Even with all the murders that go on around the world, I was not part of it. I never had to dig a hole and bury something in it and say goodbye and kiss it, pull its eyelids shut, listen to me missus having a stroke and a heart attack wailing. it being a very emotional time. I haven't been tested like that in 4 years. So a week later today, I'm still affected by it. Which tells me I still have much to do. You know what I mean? I wasn't happy being checked like that by life. Oh, you're happy? Oh, everything's going rosy. Dead cat. Dead cat. Dead cat in the road. You're going to have to bury it, be emotional, tell the kids. You know? So, me wages are late as well. I'm just telling you for reasons why some people would wake up in bad mood. Like, I can blame it on everything. I can blame it on myself. But I'm just, not all of us wake up every day perfect, do we? So my wages hasn't come in. Usually I get my wages about 2 or 3 days before now. So that's been on my mind. When, why, how much, what's wrong. Example. Good to see you, Martin. Elvis Presley, yeah. I did comb me hair today. Where is it? I have a comb. We all have combs. But I have a comb and I do this. Then every now and again it falls down and I look like a traveller and I love it. Wish I was, I'd know how to fight. Can't even fight my own demons. I've got my new gadget there, guys. I've got my bong and all that there. Good to see you, Mark. Good to see you, John. Good to see you all. Don't mind me. Take me with a pinch of salt. There's nothing wrong. I'm just saying. Sometimes you can just wake up and you don't know why you're in bad mood, or you're in bad mood about something from a few days ago, whatever. I've got me water. I've got me bong here. I've got my device as well. My device is. I just haven't been in the mood to use it. You know what I mean? My medical stuff didn't come either. I got my prescription was disallowed, guys. It rarely happens, but I missed that. Who said something? Did someone say something silly? Dickheads. Oh no. Sorry, Mark. Anyway, doesn't matter. The medical, I got refused because he said you've picked 80 grams over the last 30 days. So he said if you basically I disallow that 40 because you're going above your 70 grams. So why didn't he just say which one do you want me to take off? Instead of cancelling it, then you have to go back on, apply, send it off, then it's to be authorised twice and all that. So I'm thinking, just little things like that get to me. It's like, you could have just rang and says, well, I take that one off, like I can substitute this one or whatever. So, that's just another little something that can piss people off, guys. You know? Good to see you, Loch Ray. So yeah, I've always said when I go live, I don't try come on and I don't really have a topic. I don't really have a hobby. I just give you as a running commentary of what's going on in my head, what's going on in my world, and if you can familiarise with that. You know, me missus got the bus to work today. Right now, my missus has a car, and she loves getting in it and straight to work and all that. And I was shocked because she said, "No, how are you aiming?" I think that's Eamon now, I might be wrong. But Eamon Murphy, check. Oh, there it is, Eamon. What's the story? Good to see you. Where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. And so she's going to arrive a half an hour early for work. You know what I mean? Maybe even more. And she just went off on the bus and she's saving herself a tenner. Just in parking. It's $8.90 for parking for one day in work. And also the petrol. So I was shocked. She just said, I'm getting the bus today. Out the door she went. She didn't even give me a kiss goodbye. Well, I was a bit grumpy. But, and then I watched something last night, which was said, if you can't focus on multiple things, like what happens to me is, I've so much going on in my head that I can't pick one to do. I just think about them. Do you know what I mean? I used to be so good, and then I go through phases like this. You know, it wasn't nice. Good to see you all. for coming in. I do appreciate all these coming in. Good morning to you. I've had a coffee. I've had a little spliff. I've just taken me meds, but haven't had them right for about a week, let's say. And my missus said to me today, she said, "No, Jesus." I said, "Don't tell me that I'm grumpy, because I'm not." And she says, "Well, maybe you are." So it just makes me think, you know, it makes you try and evaluate yourself more. You're trying to think, hold on, do I know myself as much as I think I do? Look in the mirror, do I look the way I think I do? Am I sounding the way I think I do? Had good sleep last night and all that, but just as I said, 1 week ago we buried the cat, blah blah blah. It's not a mother, it's not a son, but it was the first time I had to own up. We had 2 hours to get to watch the cat, to bury it, and then forget about it when the kids came home. And I hadn't been tested like that in my recovery in about 3 years. And I suppose a week later I'm still suffering from it. You know, I'm still suffering from it. I don't know why you two keep timing each other out. It doesn't bother me, honestly. It's no skin off my nose. But put in the chat, guys. Tell me how you're feeling. Good to see you, Glenn. It's good to see you. Good to see everybody, guys. I already feel a little bit better, and I've only started talking. That's why I've said before, when I'm not online is generally when something's wrong, when I'm, you know what I mean? And I try to tell people, go live and open up, and 2 hours later you'll feel yourself. But sometimes we're comfortable in our own misery, even if we don't think we are. But sometimes we're comfortable. I haven't done many lives in ages because I didn't want the conversation. I didn't want people saying, the weather's great and you look good and I hope the family's well. Now sometimes you just like to stew in your own shit. I suppose that's what I've been doing a little bit, but I don't want to do it. I just have been doing it, like, you know what I mean? My missus said to me today, you know, I love my partner. We're getting married in 6 months, you know, and just, you know, you want your partner to go out thinking good things, happy things. And she was more thinking, oh, for God's sake, what could possibly be wrong, you know? And I'm thinking, I've always said, guys, hold on. Shit. I have to check on the fucking cats. See, this is what I mean. I have to go and check the cats, because he's only a kitten, but he knows how to get out the cat flap now. So maybe I'm not making sense, maybe I am, and it's good to see as I'm not going anywhere yet. So, but I know that there's other people out there that are just like me or similar, and it's nice to hear people talk about it. So that's what I do. You know, I had to let go of being embarrassed and ashamed to tell people that I might be my own worst enemy. I could be just a grumpy cunt. There could be absolutely nothing wrong. You know. My missus even said to me yesterday, "You want to go to the pub?" And I said no. She meant, "You want to just get out of the house for an hour, like play ping pong with the little one and I'll have a beer?" I said no. Another thing that's come to mind is that I also think I have a slight addiction to my fucking phone. Not YouTube and going on live, but just flicking through Instagram on funny videos and videos. I find myself sometimes checking my phone every fucking 3 minutes. You know, even if I stick a movie on or I stick the news on, it's like a fucking... It's like a fucking... And I know it, like, I know it. Even in bed at night, I'm fucking tired as... How are you doing, Hamo? I'm tired as fuck and all that, and I'm still scrolling. Like, maybe that's what's annoying me, because I know I do it, and I still won't stop, like, do you know what I mean? Like, my missus got a few things done in the garden over the weekend. I didn't really help, you know. I was there and I might have held a bag or two, but I just couldn't get in the gear to do it. Just, I don't know what was going on, you know. And it bothers me because usually I'm the one going, let's do that and let's do this and I'll help you with that. You know, you can't blame the kids on everything. The kids are kids. Every house, I could say, oh, the kids don't pick up this or that, but we all know that we're all adults. Kids do that. Teenagers, whatever. So I've stopped saying that. Do you know what I mean? I think it was a little bit easy for the family to. Glenn, fair play to you. I used to love it. You know, really did. I used to go out there and I'd sit on my little stoop and I'd pick stuff out and I'd say hello to people walking by. Recently, I wouldn't say I've got reclusive. I suppose, you know, when you see something getting destroyed by the kids, even though they're just kids, you just go, fuck, I'm not doing that again. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to clean that. It's just going to be fucking dirty again in half an hour. But is that a me thing? Is that me being weak? Is that me being a quitter? You know, does a true man just continue that cycle of cleaning and doing it and just not feeling anything, just doing it? Am I still growing up, like? Because it's very, very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. You know, I'm also stepdad, and I've took a, you know, we are a much happier family now. There's less arguments. There's less me correcting the kids and all that. But is there a cost to that? Is there a cost now where, you know, we're a little bit sluggish? You know? I don't know. My missus would say, you know, this house is like everybody's, and I'm sure it is, but that doesn't mean that I don't get frustrated over things, you know what I mean? Good to see you, Andrew. And Mina. I see you in there, Mina, and anyone else now. And here's one thing, while I'm just letting off steam, like, for a while we had 6 cats here, or 7. For a while we had 7 cats here and 2 dogs, just for 12 weeks or whatever. I've been on the go for 12 weeks. A lot of people say I haven't, but emotionally I'm like, it's behind there, it's in the oven, feeding, warming, cat litter, sleeping, dog attacks, constantly all day. Why aren't you going out? Why didn't you go out and see people? Oh, well, I'm here making sure the cats are okay. They've all just gone in the last 4 or 5 days. So now all of a sudden, maybe let's say my missus might go, oh, well, you've got loads of free time. Oh, now I've got loads of free time because the kittens are gone now. There's still one out the back. I'm still afraid to go up to the pharmacy to get my medication because, you know, and it's just, and I'm just saying, that's just my reality. Like, maybe I'm my own worst enemy. But I do know it can get stressful when you're looking after animals and stuff like that, you know? And I don't like to, sometimes if I say what I'm just about to say, how are you, Swords Boss? And I hope you're well. I hope the driving's gone well in Dublin. I forgot what I was going to say. See how quiet it goes when I'm not talking, you know. I suppose we live a very normal life. I'm just talking, you know. Just talking. Well, I have found it difficult to keep an eye on all the kittens over the last couple of months, you know. Nala was pregnant, you know what I mean. I'm fucking looking after her, then one of the other cats died. Yeah, exactly, yes, yeah. Exactly, Andrew. You know, and I got a message a couple of times online of the recovery college, it's called, you know, and it's quite good. They email me all the time, and I did sign up for a couple of courses with them before, and some of them get cancelled. So, you know, some of them are in college, certain amount of hours, and some are online. Obviously, online would suit me. But I've always said, maybe I want to go. I want to go to the building. But let's say that starts at 10 o'clock. on, let's say, a Tuesday today, I'd have to leave here at about fucking, I'd have to leave here at 8. And then I feel like all the animals are going to be in here all day until I get back, And it sounds like an excuse, but I don't know what's right. Is it right to leave all the animals locked in all day long and then, but getting out of the house and doing something, obviously, like, I probably wouldn't feel as pumped up or as pumped up and all that, My missus painted the fence. She painted the fence. It's not finished, but she started it. And before, myself and her would do things together, and I just couldn't do it. I suppose, I don't know. I use the word weak, but, I just really struggle when something is clean and then 20 minutes later it's dirty again. And then after 6 months you're going, I'm still doing this, going around the roundabout. But that's parenting. That's life, It's not like I'm in bed all the time, Some people are pajama mad and they stay in their bed all day, I don't really tend to get up and stay up, Tend to get up and stay up, like. I didn't know, I also never knew that it would be hard sometimes when you're the person that stays at home like that. When people go to work, oh fuck, they don't always come home happy, And I'm not just talking about Jade. Like, obviously Jade sometimes comes home from work happy and sometimes she doesn't, but it's just hard because they've had a whole day out and when they get home they want to get away from work and responsibility. And it's just hard. It's just difficult sometimes, I didn't know it was so hard to keep other people happy. That's why it's so easy for people to drink and drug their day away, because it's you're watching telly, Andrew. Yeah. Sorry, to bet up to watch telly. Well, I tend to watch documentaries at night. The kids watch a lot of telly down here. The little one on the TV downstairs, I've got my teacup here. Oh yeah, what I was gonna say is, my people around me, not everyone wants to hear, oh, I'm a recovering drug addict, or I'm a recovering addict, because unless you're in that world, you really just don't understand. People can say they do, or have had some of it in the family, and you don't know how much that has played into it, like, I'm sure a lot. Some people would say a lot, but sometimes when you bring that up, people around you get a little bit, oh, stop saying that, or oh, are you still using that? Well, yeah, I still am using that. Almost every video online I see now is about be a man, shut the fuck up, go to work, fuck your bitch, earn some money, live like a boss. That's every motivational video is. And I'm thinking, that doesn't sound like me at all. I just want to try to live like just normal. It's hard enough just to live normal. But now I know why people just get in a drunken stupor. Never mind drugs, but just a drunken stupor, because isn't that just so much easier than life? I know we all know that. We'll hand wash that. Now I know why I was so fascinated with the pub. Because you can barely do anything productive in the pub. You just sit there and drink. Talk about stuff that you've never done before and never will do. Dishes. Yeah, Andrew, sometimes it can be, like, honestly. And sometimes, me, you've been on here a long time, like, if you see me, contradicting myself or, overcomplicating things, I'm sure you'd say, well, Finn, that's your fault, you know what I mean? Like, my little rant today is just about how I'm feeling. The whole world's going on. Everyone's going to work and school. This is just me. But yeah, everything's okay. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh God. It's part of being human though, isn't it? Swimming. We haven't went swimming in a couple of weeks. Me and my missus love that. We chat when we're breaststroking and all that. You know? Do a few lunges and all that. I'd be doing with her. You know? Just getting some cups. So, and also, guys, if people are still listening, right? Also, like, you know, oh, the kitten's out there. Oh, I'll bring them in. Hello, Eddie. He's only a little baby. Sorry, yeah, good to see you all. Sorry about this now. Wow. Wow, Jesus. Nice one's a nice one, Eamon. I don't know a lot about cars, but I know if you can afford to have one and do it up and all that, you're working hard, and it is a luxury, you know, to have a car, I think. I remember pulling into garages back in 2007, 6, getting £8 worth of petrol, £14 worth of petrol, 30 quid worth of petrol. Like, I could never afford a blame vehicle. That's why I said I wanted to get a motorbike, but then can't take the kids out to the shop on a motorbike. He's eating his dinner. I found my device. These are my glasses. These are my old glasses. I've took my meds. I'll put this in. I need to put this into the dishwasher. Oh, goodness God. So I was thinking, guys, about fucking, you know, I don't know, some YouTube channels, they do world events, so they'll literally log on and they'll go, right, on this, on today's, we'll chat about this, that and the other, you know. I'm sure you all have something important to do today. My missus, I have a wash in there. That's to be hung out. That's to go in there. Yeah. I usually have my guitar lesson on Tuesday. I cancelled it today. Well, I didn't actually. I planned it for Thursday. He texted me saying he can't really do it. He can do Thursday. So. I thought about work. I genuinely thought about work. I couldn't sleep for ages last night, and I was thinking about work as in, like, just, you know, even though it's not recommended by my missus. How you doing, Saoirse? she would rather me see me wait and end up in a job, this is her words, like, that I'm good at and that suits me, rather than go out and do, you know. But maybe that's what's wrong. You know, don't go out much. You know. Maybe that is, you know what I mean? Just having, playing dollies and Jade's friends coming around and all, like, you know. Look, we want to be talking to a lot of elms, like, do you know what I mean? It's good to see us all in here, honestly. I'm just chipping away at it. You know, honestly, this is literally what I'm doing. You know, it's not one's fault. It's not Jade's fault that the place gets a little bit grimy after a day. We've got cats and dogs and kids and me. Maybe I should just shut up talking about it. Yeah, honestly, I'm just talking here. Maybe I should just shut up. You know, yes, Finn, we know it gets messy and it's tidy, but just shut up and just do it. Or else is it normal to go, I'm paining me bollocks with that, and you know. What is normal? How are you, Jack? So I started saying, hey! Hey! Exactly like that. Exactly like that. You know, exactly like that. Some people are used to that one, though. Pulls my head in, makes their heart go fucking fast. Makes you think, oh, why did I raise... Everyone gets angry with me when I raise my voice, you know that? It really hurts my feelings. People get angry like it's not allowed. Oh, nothing ever needs you to act like that. It's like, what? You know, and I don't know. Yeah. That's what I think it is. Maybe I just got smacked in the face with a bit of reality. Like, look, as a recovering addict who's done fuck off for 20 years, you've got a lot more work to do, like, on how you manage yourself. You know, shit like that. Screaming at the dogs and all like that, and the cats. It fucking gets my adrenaline going, and then I don't stop shaking for about half a day. You know what I mean? I've never been able to control my fight or flight response. I've never been able to control it. It made me extremely suicidal and reclusive, I suppose. Because if your body starts attacking you, then you feel like you've no chance in this world. You know, your legs go from underneath you, you turn red in the face, you turn blue in the face, you can't breathe, you start feeling sick. You know, it's not nice. It's not nice. Good boy. Where'd he go? Good boy. You know, and like, that's just one cat. That's just one kitten. Like, I have now. I've had to protect them all this time. I'm trying not to give out. I'm just saying. Like, they're so lovely and beautiful. Like, you don't want anything to happen to them. Hey, hello, Bubba. Did she scare you? I'm sorry. I hope she didn't bite you. I'm sorry, little man. Hey, Eddie. This is Eddie. Hello. I'm sorry I wasn't there to protect you, buddy. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay, Papa. So yeah, that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. So one thing I was thinking about last night was, like, really considering not allowing myself to scroll on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that. But then what would my YouTube channel be like that? Well, you know, half the time that's how you connect with people. You flick through and you see someone's video and you'd comment on it. You know, but I've been staring at the phone a lot. Even when the TV's on. You know? And sometimes it pisses you off. I don't know if it happens to you. You actually get pissed off at yourself. You're like, I could have done this and I could have done that. But it seems so normal and easy to do. It's just sit there and scroll like. Sorry now, where am I? Oh, there you are. Yeah, just doing a little bit of tidying up here, you know, nothing that anyone else doesn't do. You know, I'm a firm believer that some people can make it through life a lot easier than others. And have to not be ashamed and say, oh, I think I'm in the category of people who do. You know, so me coming on and sharing and just being myself and talking, I think there's a lot of us like that. I think there's a lot of us. And there might be a lot of A1 lads that know exactly where they came from and got a business under their belt early, and that's them, not me. As John Candy said, I like me. You know. And when you start doubting yourself, you don't like yourself. And that's what I've been doing. You know, maybe some comments from people, maybe some stupid actions by myself, maybe routine, whatever. But it's true. It's true. Good to see you, Brian. Brian, my man, how are you? Brian, you'll have to tell me, you're a fucking ringer for someone I used to work with. And I was thinking, Jesus Christ, you must be his brother. And I think he told me he had a brother called Brian. Now, it could be completely off, but I'm sure he had a brother called Brian as well. So if you have a brother, now he would be in his mid-40s, I think. Anyway, good to see you in here. I wish I had fucking arms and a chest like you, my friend. Sometimes I walk out shopping with my missus and I don't know whether we're bra shopping for her or for me. Do you know what I mean? Neck like a pit bull you have. You know. You know, what I meant to say actually as well was, but yeah, you know me and Jack. And fucking the phone is a bastard. You know, I said this to myself yesterday. When you go to work, you used to always have to put your phone down a little bit. You just had to. You put your fucking phone down, you check it in 2 hours time, whatever. I don't do that. I haven't done that in so long. Is that what's wrong? I forgot what it's like to not be able to look at your phone and actually do stuff. You know what I mean? Chat. And it's not great when you get a comment, what the fuck did you do all day? It's like, what? Do you not know how many times I wipe down them two offices? It's good to see us all in here. You know, it's good to see that I'm not the only human about, like, you know. Like, what am I actually doing? Like, this is what I mean. I've been like this for a week, just walking around like a dumbass. Just lost, just stuck. Somewhere in the ether of goneness. And my missus is right. I don't like to admit she's right, but, you know, I've no money. I've no money, like, I haven't had money for a couple of days at least. And it frustrates you, you know. I know we're all the same. It frustrates you when you're waiting on your wages. But usually my bank tells me when I'm getting paid, oh, in 4 days' time you'll get this much at that time. I haven't got that yet. So I've been in complete limbo for a week, borrowing a few quid here and there. And, you know, it's nice just to get all your fucking bills paid, even if you're left with none. You know. I should have it by now. Supposed to get paid on the 4th. Do you know what I mean? Then my missus said to me, oh my God, that's how much you get a month. You know what I mean? It made me feel a bit bad. I don't mind, she's my wife. But I'm thinking, what? I didn't even buy much. What are you giving out to me for? It's early in the day. You're mentioning numbers and stuff and bills. That's not good with me. She's like, yeah, I know I get that much. And I know I have none now. You know? I still have bills I pay. I pay 800 quid a month rent. This is Jade's house. I have a flat. You all know that. I stay here to stay away from people, places and things. And we're getting married soon. Everything's going to be on the books. Like, she's down on the books as my carer. The fella in the job centre knows why I stay here and all that. And I pay me rent. I pay 800 quid for the property I don't even live in. You know what I mean? I only get 1,400 a month. 800 is a lot out of that. You know what I mean? Good to see you, Brian. It's nice to see you. And I didn't know you also were in a few other lads' channels. I was in yesterday. Don't know whose. And I seen you in there. Maybe David. David's Recovery. Really nice chap. Kind of like myself, I think. Sensitive little soul. And it's too easy to get lost in the packet and the madness of the drink, you know. It's too easy. I just can't now because my missus will fuck me out of my arse and I'm done forever. Like, there's no more relapsing in me. I can't. That's why I smoke pot. Well, I medicate, but like, I'm happy with that. Don't want to relapse. I don't want a crack pipe. I want a fat bowl of weed. He's asleep now. I'm gonna go up to the shop now in a minute, guys, and get my fucking meds. I'm not even on hard meds like methadone or benzos or anything like that, but apparently you're not supposed to not take your sertraline, like, you know what I mean? I'm on 150 ml a day. Apparently, like, if you don't take it, I feel it sometimes. You know, if I go a few days, I feel it sometimes. You know, but you wouldn't think that. You wouldn't think, you're like, well, just because I didn't take them the last 2 days, maybe. Right now, so that's done. The bin men never took them. Now I'm whinging now again, but the bin men never took me black bins. And that's nearly a month now. That's nearly a month. There's only so much compression, and there's only so many times you can keep the flies away and all that. That's really annoying me. Your missus blames me. Yeah, okay, I forgot to put them out, but you think he'd come back later? You think when I go onto the site and say miss collection that they'll send them back? I'm trying to get him to do, yes. Yeah, drinking is my worst enemy. Do I want to punch? Irish boy, what's up? If you're an Irishman, you wouldn't start on another Irishman too early in the morning. Come on now. I can tell you, Brian, I'm not a good drinker. I can have a pint or two and all that. Well, not without the packet, I'm not a good drinker. Without the crack, I can't. 4 or 5 drinks, we're talking shy, maybe crying, maybe relapse and all that bollocks. So 1 or 2 drinks does me. I had 4 ciders at Christmas, so I had a 2-day hangover. Even though I used to love a drink. My own brother disowned me basically because he said you're nothing but a drinker and an alcoholic cunt. And a crackhead now, but he says the drink is your worst enemy. And the truth is, I never thought I was a bad drinker because I was always out with my face on cocaine, never falling down, never getting kicked out of places. But I can't drink unless you're on the drugs, you know. Really. A couple of beers, you don't get drunk off 2 beers, so 2 beers is enough. You know. That's what I told you. Yesterday my missus said to me, do you want to go to... She said, do you want to go? Like, I'll give you a tenner if you want to take the little one up. I said, no, I'm alright. But one thing I'll say is, like, you know, the way you portray yourself to the world, right? Yeah, well, that's it, Brian. I'm the same. Like, really. You know, we can all say, I can handle a drink and all that, but you can't. If the first thing that comes to your mind, as soon as the alcohol starts to hit the bloodstream and you start feeling a little bit dozy, you know, is drugs, then you can't drink. And that's me. 2 drinks and I'm fine. Go home, spark a spliff, have a cup of tea, you'd never even know I had a drink. But any more than that, and I'm literally just you start getting the spit, you know what I mean? Without the drugs, you just start getting the foot, you know what I mean? It's like, whoa. Right, now, let me put the kettle on. Let me put the kettle on. Just make sure clean. All clean, yeah, absolutely. I remember you said that, Eamon, like, I'm glad, you know, when I was younger, I didn't know that I was emotionally dependent on alcohol. You just think when you're young, that's what everyone else is doing. But when you start using by yourself, you know, and all that for years and all that, that's when you know. But I didn't do heroin, Brian. I've tried it, I didn't like it. Smoked 20 quid's worth back in a hostel in Dublin. Everyone else, they were all smoking. I begged them, no one wanted to give me my first bit of heroin. Begged everyone, there was no crack around. And finally you shed it and all that. They were all out of the head. I didn't like it, I thought it was shite. And I feel bad on people who did it so easy. But the people used to say, the dealers when I used to score, they used to go, you mad bro. You'll have to get 18 rocks off me today. Take a brown, don't come back. And I'd be like, get that brown away from me, like, you know. And I don't know why, it's kind of just as bad, isn't it? Like, you're going to end up looking fucking in bits anyway. Every time I need the bathroom, motherfuckers in there. Jack, I am the stepdad in here, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't know that these things would bother me. I didn't know, I swear to God. I didn't know that a 15-year-old not saying hello to me or goodbye when he comes into the house, even though he's not my son, I didn't know that would bother me. You think for the first few times, that's grand. But then you start to think, is there something wrong with me? Am I doing, you know what I mean? Am I still unwanted? Just saying, you know, I didn't know as a 37-year-old man that my feelings would impact me so much. That's why I got a bit self-conscious. I'm thinking, hold on a minute, have I really grown up? Have I really got a bit of thicker skin now for this world? You know? Like the lead singer of Nirvana apparently wrote a suicide note, and in the suicide note he said, I have too much empathy for this world. Everything just hurts too much. And it always stuck with me, that, you know, because sometimes I just feel like I'm not mentally strong enough to take the pain that comes along with living. You know what I mean? Emotional pain, hurt. Yeah. David reminds me of me, really. Good to see you, Sarah, should I say. I need to start calling you Sarah. That's what David says to you. Thank you very much, Seg. Yeah, you know, I feel a little bit better. This is why anyone who just doesn't know what to do when they go live, I'm telling you, by going live and just talking, this is just like a therapist. A therapist is paid to listen. It's not paid. Yes, they have qualifications, but they're paid to. So you just eventually, and then they might pick a key point to that and say, next week we'll talk about that. It just gives you time to talk, and eventually then you start to digest what you talk about and start trying to make sense of it. So I think when you go live, even though I refused myself that care the last few days, it will help. It will help, just like meetings do. Sometimes people don't want to go to a meeting, but after they leave and listen to everyone else, they feel a bit better. You know? So a few little things, you know. When I say these things that I'm a bit down in the dumps and all, it's not because I don't have nice clothes or we haven't gone out anywhere fancy. It's just because I'm thinking, why am I thinking this? Do other people think this? Am I reacting the same way than other households? What do other stepdads do when they're in the house? You know, it's all learning. It's all learning. Like. You know, my missus was joking with me on the weekend. She said something to me and it hurt me. And I was thinking, come on, grow up here. But I was thinking, did she mean that or did she not? Do you know what I mean? And do you know what that means? that means you're starting to doubt yourself. It could be you, it could be me. You'll never know. You just need to move on with it, and people who are confident just move on with it. You know what I mean? It troubles me as well. So do I, Seg. So do I. I was diagnosed with idiot a year ago. It helped explain a lot of things. That's it, Brian. My partner does say to me, you know, I think you have something. One of them, ADHD or, you know, just something, because it would explain you getting addicted to drugs and drowning everything out, and your behaviours I've noticed over the past 3 years. But I've never been diagnosed with anything. But one thing stuck with me last night when I was looking at something, and it was like, if you cannot focus on one thing at a time, you're mentally unstable at the minute. You know what I mean? It was, and I was thinking that's exactly. Usually I can. I say one thing at a time, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But when your brain's in a fog, just can't. Just literally can't. I could stand here all day wiping this counter down, and it still won't be wiped down as proper. You know, I did get refused to. Yeah, it is draining. It is draining. And look, I have a lovely partner who's in work right now. Like, we had a great weekend with the kids, kind of thing. But she didn't wake up to the way I today. Said to her, oh, she didn't wake up feeling the way I did today. So I mean, some days she could come in today and have the worst day ever, and I'm saying, but it's only Tuesday. It's your first day back. Who am I to say that? Maybe she did have the worst day ever. My partner wants me to go and get checked there, Brian. Not because she wants me to go, oh, my boyfriend's special. It's, can you take more control and ownership of your ADHD or of your suffering, get more answers to the questions, and be more productive within the family home and within the community, whatever. That is what it's about. Clarity, bit of clarity as well, you know. I've noticed that a lot of other people online are very good. How good morning, Ron. Easily distracted, yeah. I think sometimes I can be, but well, here's one good thing. At least I know I'm not the same. At least I'm not. Because if I was the same, I'd be out in the shed, I'd have the music on, I'd be like, guys, morning and all that. So I know that, you know, it will soon turn around again though. You know, I find it difficult sometimes with the children. You know, how are you, Sadie? Good to see you. Good to see you, Sadie. Like, you all have a whole life behind the screen. Like, you know, you could all say, Finn, just give me 2 minutes to write what I'm going through in the, you know, I know you all have this around. And I don't like saying, like, I'm new to being, like, I talked to myself yesterday, you're a wanker. To me, I said, you're a wanker. When I was down the toilet, I was like, you're a wanker. You're all stressed out and all. I was like, you live in a house with children. Why are you still, but maybe, but then when you watch other people's Instagram, they're like, I have to tell the kids to do this, to do that. I don't know, I think I've kind of fell off the fucking ride, if you know what I mean. I think I was on the ride of parenting. I was stepdad, we were here, I was new in the house and all that. Then after a few big arguments, I stepped back a bit, and I just feel like I can't say anything to the kids now, that's all. Not that they're bad kids, I feel like when I say stuff, they don't hear me. They don't want to hear me, do you know what I mean? Everything has to go through mum, you know. I suppose that can play on your fucking feelings too, you know what I mean? You know, they go to the dads come to, how are you, THC bunny? Yes, you're right, Ron. Nothing wrong with being a cunt. Yeah. Well, but even things like the dad, after me and him had fisticuffs months ago in the garden and all that, you know, he's just started to get a bit more, you know. He was told drop them off at the front, and he did, and the kids used to bring in the bags, and the little one now he's back to stepping in the front door now and saying, I want to go to our sports day. You know, and it makes me feel like, hold on, I'm not allowed to get angry. I've been told by everybody, oh, the world falls down, the police come, the ambulance, your mental health, the drugs, I'm not allowed to get angry. And that is very fucking hard to do. Very fucking hard. You know, I never give out to the children anymore. They never get punished or anything like that. So why should they? They're children. You know, I was like, wow, my God, I'm thinking about so much. And that's why I say, if you're in work right now, or on your way to, how are you, Anja, or you're doing some work right now, I commend you. You're doing something that I can't do right now, or I used to be able to do. I used to be able to be employable. But if I was on site right now, I'd be just as likely to walk off and tell someone to fuck off. Is that because I'm stupid? Maybe. But I don't know how people have the physical or the mental capacity to go in and switch off and do an 8-hour, 12-hour shift and be, oh, hey. And, you know, my missus always says, and other people say to me, you know, there's places, there's things in play. Sometimes you can't just act the way you want. And I go, what does that mean? I don't know how not to. If I'm sad, I'll walk into a birthday party sad. If I'm really happy and I'll walk in and they're all doom and gloom, I'll tell them I'm happy and use that doom and gloom. If I have a boil on my arse, I'll tell you, I'm very open. I don't know what it's like. I don't know how people keep their personal things to themselves. I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? How can you go in and do work when you're suffering at home and you're fucking, I don't know how, I really just don't know. I commend you. Maybe it's because you didn't do drugs for 20 years. Maybe it's because you went to college. Maybe it's because you found a woman a lot sooner than I did. Maybe it's because he's had children at an early age. I never did. I don't have children. I now have stepchildren. You know? But I commend you if you can go to fucking work and do your job without letting your emotions take you over. Oh, Anja, thanks for becoming a member. How are you, Boiling Frog? Manual work, I understand manual work. Like, I've had many jobs, don't get me wrong. I'm only unemployed 2 years. I've had many jobs, so I know what it's like to have a job and work 50, 60 hours a week. I do know. But am I capable of it now? I feel no. Especially after my little spastic attack last week when the cat died. Imagine having to go into work for 12 hours after that. Good to see you. Thank you very much, Anja. No, I'm not. I got blood tested. I got urine tested in work. And came up cocaine, you know, out of my face on crack. And I lost my job through that. You know, I'm on disability now. That's how I get my money. I'm on disability. I'm only on it for you can only guarantee me 2 years. This is the 2nd year now. I've been thinking about doing an apprenticeship, guys. Honestly, I've been thinking about it for 15 years. But I'm just thinking it's the same amount of money as on the disability or as on the dole. If I have to do something, why not just do it and then be qualified if I'm 41, get a little caddy van or something. Right, now, got the kitchen almost done, guys. Good to see you, Anja. Hope your sister's okay. Since they won't let me work. Well, I was told by the fella in the job centre, his name is Spencer, and he said, when are you thinking about going back to work? And I said, maybe in 6 months to a year. And he put his pen and paper down and went, son, you've been on drugs for 20 years. You've been trying to kill yourself. You're not going to be back to work in 6 months. He says, I'm going to be working with you now. And I'll be doing you an injustice if I force you back to work. And then I see you back in the door 6 months later because you relapsed. So, he's given me that little bit of leeway. But no, well, I did mention the recovery college. That's one thing. Now, some people might know about it, some people might not. But it's called the recovery college, a college for people who've not got a lot of skills and all that. And before Christmas, I did sign up for 2 of them, and they were cancelled. But little things like that, you know, just something, you know. Now let me just get a drink, guys, because I'm fucking parching from talking. Good to see you all. Anja, good to see you all. Seg, Sarah in there too. Yeah, she died. Kira's dead now. She's dead last week. There's Mama out the window. Hey. Found her dead the next door. That annoyed me because I didn't know whether she died because there's the last kitten. You know, I didn't know whether to make. It's so hard for me to explain, right? And some of you might understand this, right? Exact. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Brian. I'm glad you've come along. I'm glad I've met you as a friend on here, even if we never meet. But there's so many nice people on here, older, more mature than me, gone through some shit, and they give me a bit of time, you know. It helps me out. Helps me out, you know. Doesn't you? To me, you don't look like someone who struggles emotionally, but maybe you do. I don't know. Let me just get a drink. But there was something I was going to say there. I'm getting married in 6 months, right? Again, good to see you, Irish. Haven't seen you in time, man. How are you? I hope you're well. I was thinking about joining the gym, right? Now, I've been saying this for ages, get a boxing bag and put it out on that and all that. But then I was thinking I might never get a chance to use it alone. You know when you start something when you've got kids, you go, oh, can I join with you? And you're like, oh, fuck. So I'm thinking I'm best off just joining the gym, you know, someone or 20 quid a month. And just going and fucking hitting the bag for a few hours just to break a sweat, you know. Yeah. Decoys and security are needed. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. Remember you said that, exactly, yeah. Went with, you know, ambushing the predators out there. I get you, THE. You still have my Gmail, I think. No, that's what THE does. He works for a company that's target paedophiles and child groomers and all that online. Well, thanks very much, Irish. You know, and all these. Look, I'm just sitting here, and I try when I come along live, guys, and I try to say, guys, I'm in great mood today. This. But the last few weeks, I've just been standing. Last week, I've been standing here in the kitchen, just my poor Ellen, Mrs. You know, I'd be lost without her because other people might say you're a bit fucking weird. You are. You know, you're a bit weird. My missus gives me a bit of time. She is my carer. You know. That's all I need, and I have them, Brian. The young lad, the 15-year-old has a set of 10s, I think, or 5s, 2s, might be 7.5s or something. You know, I'm my own worst enemy. That's another thing that hit me as well. Maybe not you, Brian. I've seen a few people that are pumped up. My brother's in the gym now, a few other people I used to work with, they're all in the gym now. And I started thinking, am I the odd one out now, like? I'm comfortable, I love me. But am I the odd one out? Am I the lazy one? Has the penny not dropped yet? Or am I just not doing the fad that everyone is doing? Anyway, I'm roll a joint. It's good to see you. It's good to see us all in here. Loads of nice people. All you sound nice people. Honestly. Right. Let me just roll a joint. I actually had to pick up some weight this morning. That's another thing. Someone like you or Brian or anyone else might say, Colin, cheer up. I'm going to let the dogs out now. It's not nice to lock them in. I'm sorry for locking you in, but he's good boy. Come on, Teddy. Nala, go that way. Come on, Nala. Can't keep attacking the dogs. Yeah, I picked up... I got some weed, obviously, but... It's not what I like, you know what I mean? It's not me medical stuff. I was just disappointed that the medical stuff doesn't last me as much as it should, and you know, maybe a few home truths, maybe I smoke too much. Maybe Finn, maybe you just smoke too much. You know, I bought a new vaporizer and all that. So, but that's my problem. That's no one else's problem. You know what I mean? Your baby's asleep now. She'll attack Teddy, I swear to God. Oh, stop. That's exactly it. Well, THC, if you're still there, I'll tell you what I did do. I'm gonna clean this living room now in a minute. I'm gonna have one more joint. I'm gonna clean this fucking living room. I've ordered some oil. My prescription was cancelled because he said I was 10 grams over. So what I did was I decided to order 20 grams and then put in for the 30 mil, 20% THC. I was going to go with the Death Bubba or the Super Bubba Kush and all that, but it was 40 quid for the 10 mil, whereas the other one was 30 quid for the 30 mil or something. Teddy, do you want to go out? Look, he's having a stalemate with the cat. Look, he wants to go out, but you have to let him out now. Like, your baby's asleep. Yeah. I hear you, Irish. Oh, the smell. Oh, stinkies. Teddy, you need to go out. You need to enjoy the sun. You're playing on my heartstrings. Right, anyway. Let me roll it down because I don't care. Let me get my tray. Now, I hope I was making sense, guys. I feel like I've been talking for ages. It's good that people have somewhere to go. I'm going to charge my phone now. For sake. Just need to get my camera stand. I have a camera stand around somewhere. Where is it? Where's my camera stand? Can't charge my phone without my camera stand. Camera stand. Do you understand? I'm going to make the bed as well. My missus made the bed yesterday. I have to make the bed today. I have to make the bed. Sam forgot his helmet. What a dumbass. Sam forgot his helmet. No camera stand. Right, that's it then. That's it, we're fucked. We're officially fucked. It's a horrible day here today. South Wales. Well, Sarah, you're not too far. I've now been 3 years clean. I don't walk. Haven't for 3 years. Yeah, you're... Yes. Brian, very similar. Very, very similar. You know? It fucking shows. It shows, mate. Fair play to you. That's discipline. Forget about, is he a tough guy or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? You know, what I see there, and for me, it's discipline. Someone who has sat on their arse a lot less than I have, or you know, or who really enjoys it, you know. Yeah, well, it's good to see you all in here. I wasn't expecting you all to be in here, you know. I suppose I felt a little bit sorry for myself during the week, you know. I think my missus said something to me joking. My missus loves me. I think she said something to me joking. And I was thinking, It was my daughter. It was the daughter. My missus and her friends. Every time my missus goes to her friend's house, I know they end up talking about me. And so when the little one came back, who was only 5, she said, "What do you do when everyone goes to work and we go to school? What do you actually do?" You know what I mean? And I was just thinking in my head, she wouldn't say that unless they were talking about it. So I was just thinking, are they starting to think now that I don't do fuck all? Because what I get like, Brian, is I turn around and say, "Well, fuck you, so I'll go out then. I'll get the bus out in the morning at about 9:30, 10, when yous leave. I'll go to the library, I'll go meet my key worker, I'll go sit in a drug meeting. I'll just walk around the shops and I'll come back at 3. And all the mess, everything that could have been cleaned while I was there, wouldn't have been cleaned. So that's why I choose to stay at home. You know. Well, thank you for sharing with Brian. There's a few other people on here have shared that they don't work or they work part-time or whatever. But I don't work, and I do feel like a cunt sometimes. You know, so thanks for sharing that, you know. A lot of men, one of my weaknesses is when I meet people outside, one of my weaknesses is I tell them, they say, are you working? And I say, no, I'm on disability, because I don't like to lie. Some people are good at lying and being a bit savvy and all that. And it hit me. I was like, why do I keep telling these people I'm not in work? You know what I mean? Well, maybe I'll just say, you know yourself a little bit here and there. Never at the time though. I always think about it after the fact. You know, and I just got a bit self-conscious, like, why am I so open? Why do I tell everybody everything? You know what I mean? No, so I've got a bit of shake here now. This is what I mean. I don't like giving people 80 quid for a bag of shake. You know what I mean? Don't like it at all. Good to see everybody in here. Fuck the haters, yeah. I've added a few people on Instagram now, and it's good to see some photos and other people out there living their life off of YouTube, you know, and people that are not in work, who are in work, people who have disabilities, and you'd be surprised, some people with disabilities out of work are happier than those that are in work with a lot of money. Not because the taxpayer is paying their way, but they're at peace with themselves, you know. And that's why I have a bone to pick. I'm going to throw this in the bin, look, I'll show you. I shouldn't really, my missus will kill me, but I can't smoke that. I can't smoke that. I wouldn't be anywhere without my partner, you know. I wouldn't be. Take care, Eamon, and have a safe day driving around town. Same with me, Brian. My partner believes that my vape, I do have a vape as well. Oh fuck, I just threw it out, THC. I just threw it out. Her brother used to give me a few days, 2 years ago. He's a plasterer, you know. He stopped asking me. But my missus wants me to get a job in her place, the King's Trust or whatever it is, and working with ex-addicts or working in that field in some way, where you wear a little thing around your neck and you go into rooms and you make tea and coffee for people and shit. She says that would suit you, especially with ex-addicts and homeless people and all that. So I've said this before, and that's a possibility for me, but it's up to me. You have to volunteer. Take care, Iris. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And Eamon. I forgot what I was saying. Dear Mr. Finnegan, what the fuck's this? Yeah, I'll go up and get it now in a minute. They text me saying my meds. That's another thing. Yeah, little things like that. I have a friend back home now who's really struggling, guys, obviously with the cost of living. Opened up his own business. Food truck. G-Max. It's in Ireland now. It's in Dundalk in Ireland. Called G-Max. And, you know, and he loves it. He loves being his own boss and all that. But now, at the minute, he can barely afford to pay back his Sorry. Yeah, I struggle with my confidence. I lost a lot in the field. I'd say you did. Without being patronising, I'm sure, whether it be family, whether it be homes, relationships, partner, women that love us, you know. Thank you, Sarah. Confidence is a big thing, and now look at you, you know, and it must be said that someone can be really fit and still be very self-conscious, you know what I mean? I'm sure that you're you know, you're probably going to be learning until the day you die, just like me, you know. Let me go up and take this fucking... See how long it's taking me to do stuff, man. I should start with domestic abuse victims, because yes, exactly, Sarah, and that's what I mean. My partner thinks, Colin, like, do what Spencer says, take your time, get fully ready back to be in the big bad world again, and then you get a little lanyard, you'll do your online courses, you'll get a little lanyard, and you'll walk in, you'll say, how can I help you today? Or you'll be given an hour with someone who's in adolescence, just an ear to listen to. But it's, I'm actually a bit shocked that you have come in here and, you know, we're having a good conversation, normal conversation, not about drugs, not about roadman stuff, not about what we did last year. Just real stuff, you know. Now I feel okay. See the way I haven't talked about me rattles? Now I feel okay. Because I'm talking to people. Now I feel I'm able to walk up to the pharmacy. You know what I mean? That's the difference. I'm going to have a little doobie first. Put the kettle on. I've got a banging fucking headache. Well, thank you, Sarah. I do feel that sometimes, you know. I do feel that sometimes. I suppose another thing, you've just reminded me of another thing. I am on PS. I think I'm Finahan 1989. FIN Finahan 1989. I think I had to change it. I think because a lot of Jude's friends were killed by the Kinahans. But my brother used to call me that. Oh no, 100%, Brian. I mean it. I might not be good at anything in life, but I am not a judge. I just want people to. Just want people to accept me in a way. Just accept me, you know. And not to feel alone at doubting myself as a stepdad, or where you set the boundaries and all that. How the fuck would I know? It's so hard for me now to tell that 15-year-old to go to bed now. I used to say, here, go on, turn it off now, it's 10 o'clock, half 10. I don't now, because I'm afraid that he'll tell his ma in the morning, oh, all he ever does is talk down to me and I hate this house. I don't want that. No, and now that not saying it has caused probably even more issues. And I want to be a bonus to my partner. Monster Squirrel 46. Okay, I'll see if I can remember it now. Monster Squirrel. But if you send me, Collie Finnegan. Just search Collie Finnegan. Colly Finnegan. Because my name is Colin. You know, everyone back home calls me Collie in Ireland. But over here, I wanted something different. I wanted to be a bit. Now I had a nickname, so I went with Finn. Let's stick another little mug in this, guys. I should really vape this, shouldn't I? How are you, Elsa? Now, thank you very much, Brian, for all your compliments. Thank you for taking part in the channel. And thanks for being a nice bloke. You know, let's be honest. I'm not the only nice guy on YouTube. You all know nice guys in your lives. And it's so easy for all of us to go on and say, fuck you. I disagree with you. Fuck you. Fuck you, you little prig. So easy to give people hate. And I very rarely get any on here, you know, and thank God. Thank God. Because the truth is, oh yeah, I can be very vulnerable. I can be a very vulnerable person. You know, not aggressive though. I was never an aggressive or an aggressive drunk or a violent drunk. I was always very an emotional one. You know, get into an argument with someone and they beat me up, I'm as likely to kill myself as I am them. You know what I mean? I've always been a bit weird. Soppy, emotional, sensitive. But people like Brian and others, Jude, Pablo, THE, all you, Sarah, but especially the lads, you know, that I feel look like they have life sussed and they know how to conduct themselves, and they don't, you know, they don't let people put them on their toes much. Or, you know, if them people can give me a bit of time, you know, wow. You know, because there's no more running to drugs anymore. You know, 3 for 20 or, you know, 8 for 50 and all that bollocks. You know that no more. Sometimes it kills me when I have it. Yeah, that's it, Brian. And then what happens is, and then that's the first stage of the alcohol, and then the second stage is you probably get very emotional, maybe a bit bitter, until you get the packet into you and all that. Do you know what I mean? Like it's. I could lie to all these and say, I'd be great. I could drink a bottle of vodka juice. No, I'd be pissed and I wouldn't be enjoying it. I'd want to get drugs. You know. I've learned a lot about coming onto YouTube. About just... You kind of forget, you know, that the world is out there and there's so many of us. We kind of think, we live on the earth and there's so many people. We don't see it. You kind of live in your own town, in your own village. You go to your little holiday destinations. There's a whole big fucking world out there and there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of people out there suffering. A lot more than us. Some people, honestly, my own mother would say, shut the fuck up. That's what my mother would say, shut the fuck up. You don't work. Shut up. You haven't got the right to be feeling down in the dumps, I suppose, you know what I mean? But I've just stopped lying. You know, don't come on and say, I'm grand and all. You know the way they say when people come in, you say, I choose kind of say, so do I now, so do I. But I do have the odd drink. I'm not going to lie, I do. But I've noticed that if I come home after having more than 2 drinks, I don't enjoy my smoke. I have to kind of wait for the drink to wear off. You know, which is a sign that I prefer smoking. Now, I feel better now, guys. I feel better here. My head is still the same, but right in my stomach doesn't feel as sick. And that's because of communication, friendship. Could be because I took my sertraline an hour ago. Like, tea and spliff. That's it, that's the thing, you know. Sometimes I think I'm run so much off my feet, even though I know I'm not, but you know, you're just picking up and you're folding and you're going, and then you think people are doing that as well as having a 50-hour week. You know what I mean? Like, I'm struggling this much and I don't have a job. Look at him. Oh, we love you, everyone loves you, mate. Such a soppy git I am. Someone said that to me the other day and I had to say yes I am. He's so cute. He's meant to be going. Hell no. I looked after him, fed him with a tit and everything. And here's my Sammy. Sammy's down there, look, licking himself. That's exactly it, Brian. And I know everyone kind of knows that, but especially, maybe people say excuse, but especially when you're a recovering addict, you can be easily triggered, easily sensitive. You can become bitter easily. You know, it's just a fact of having your brain dopamine releasing levels all fucked up, and it just takes time, resilience and patience to get yourself back to where that doesn't happen so often. Someone's saying, Finn, if you don't shut up and spark that joint and drink that tea, I'm unsubscribing to you. I know. You know. And my missus, like, you know, she's... What if she turned around one day and says, I'm sick of you, get out? Like, even though I have a bad day and say, fuck off. No way to say that to her. I'm the fuck up. She worked all her life. She had kids. She's never been in trouble with the law. She's never done drugs. Right, now. Let's go. I'm making a quick cup of tea. Feeling a bit more energetic, see, a bit bouncy. Told you. And Mrs. said to me today, she said, I don't really say it that much, but like, you need to go and get your fucking meds. Because I should have a 100mg tablet and a 50, right? I know it's older one, but I was out of all the 100s, so I've been taking 3 of the 50s. And then she's saying, they don't work the same like that and all. And I'm like, they do. And then I'm thinking, do they? So just give me the fucking pill, man. So, take care, THC. I'll see you soon, okay? I really appreciate your friendship and your comments on my page, all that. What else can someone say when they're trying to be genuine? I mean, you know. You know, my missus asked me to clean out her car with her yesterday. I said no. I just hadn't, just couldn't. And then I realised the reason why she wanted to do it so badly was because she wants to fit all the black bags that are out the back that are annoying me into the boot of her car so she can do a dump run. You know? So she is thinking about me. You know? Come on, kettle. That's the longest kettle boil ever. Come on. Yeah, all gentlemen on here. And good to see you, Brian. And look, I don't know if it's true if you do have an older brother or a brother called Lee, but you are the fucking ringer for him. I swear to God. You need to ask your dad if he's still alive with your mother. What's going on? I have a twin brother over here somewhere. I actually invited him to my wedding. You don't know, bro. I'm telling you now, Brian, you're fucking image of him, right? And not a bad thing, like, but I invited him to my wedding. And the reason why I did is because I met Jade while I was walking with him in his van. That's how I met Jade. So I met him one day and I says, I'm getting married. And he said, I'd love to go. And I says, I'll give you an invite, you know. Let me see now. I also have an older brother, guys. I never talk about my older brother. I do have an older brother back in Ireland. I have a younger brother too. I've got a younger sister who's 23. I've got a younger brother that is 29, and I've got an older brother which is the same age as myself. It's only 9 months between us because I was born 4 months premature. Only 9 months between us or whatever it is. Yeah. 3 months, 3 weeks premature. Is that a big deal? Hell no, just saying. Very girly cup for this hour of the morning. Yeah, so Brian, you know, you could be sitting there on your bench press, your bench thing, just doing them. Then you could stand up and do your dishes and maybe doing a bit of gardening. Like, it's a good routine. I'm not trying to be funny or that. That's discipline. That's this is going to hurt, it's going to make me tired, I'm sick of it, it's boring, but I'm going to do it anyway. Do you know what I mean? I still need to find that. I also watch a few others. There's Recovery, Robert's Depression Talk is a good one, you know. Right, now, let's go. I've got a brother that's 2 years younger than me. He lives in Brighton. Oh, sweet, Brighton, down there. Okay, yeah. I went to Brighton before, it was great. The one time I ever went, a couple of years ago with a different, my ex-partner. And I swear to God, it was the hottest days I've ever had at bar Spain. And I was shocked. I was like, this is England? This is England? Like, it was like I was in Marbella or something. Now, right. Oh, God. Right, so, as used as my witness, that's it, Brian. Oh, well, the guitar. I did start the guitar, you know, and I do pick it up throughout the day and all. So that's one thing. I'll give myself credit for that. You know, when I was on the drugs and all that, I never believed in myself to be able to pick. I hadn't got the confidence to pick up a guitar in case what people thought. That's one good thing. Shit, I didn't even know you were out here. Can't believe that. He knows how to get out that cat flap. Teddy's girls afraid to do anything. Okay. I'm giving myself a strict time limit in here. Right, that's honestly, wow, it's 20 to 12. Oh my God, where does the time go? Where does the time go? I might have to smoke half of this. I might just have to smoke half. Smoke half. You can only smoke half in. You can only smoke half. Thank you. I mean, you know, it's sometimes I try to be as really genuine as I possibly can when I say this. I only went live today because I felt lost. I almost felt a bit emotional. I was angry at the world and I didn't know why. It's Tuesday, the wife has gone to work, the kids have gone to school, had a little bit of weed, the sun is out, and I just couldn't shake it. You know, because I hadn't been on for a while and all that, and I just said, fuck it, I'm going live today. And now here I am, an hour and a half later, you know. One thing I don't do is ever watch my videos back. My shorts I do, if they've got a few views and all that, I'm like, whoa, what did I say in that got good views? Never watching me lives back, because what you do is you start to nitpick on how you sound, how you look, what you talked about. You could do your gym stuff. You could literally go live and be like, lads, lassies, I'm not going to be keeping an eye on the chat because I want to do my exercises, but tune in and see what if you learn, I'm telling you, I would. If you want to start going live and we can get your channel up to that, I could even follow you one day while you're doing it, you know. That's... I have a brother who's in the gym every day now. Every day, he's out for months, he's after losing loads, and I have to give it to him. You know. I was just starting to like me, you know, like, fuck the tits, fuck the beer belly, I've got a missus that loves me, you know. Yeah, absolutely, Brian, I swear to God. Like, when you get 50 people, you get to go live, but I swear, I tell everybody this, you don't have to show your face, watch. You can do that, and you can go, how is lads? Or, you know, you can just talk away, and then when you're, oh shit, you know what I mean, I swear to God, and no one's out there to judge you. If I seen you on a bus, or in work or whatever, I'd say, there's a fella that knows how to look after himself, I better not say something cheeky to him, or not even in a physical sense, but I guarantee he knows. I won't be able to persuade him of anything, or I won't be able to milk him for a bit of money, you know. Some people are ready for the real world. I came out of the womb not ready. I was fucking 4 months pregnant. I had no bum hole. My fingers were all little stumps and all. Not making that up. I was in a box for 1.5 years or something. I swear to God, my man said I had no asshole. They had to kind of cut it open or whatever. I swear to God. Or help it along the way. My fingers and toes were like little nubbins. You know. I've always been late to the party. Or early, should I say. Early to the party. So I've got my little guitar here. You know, which I just pick up every now and again, and I just give it a little. I'm learning a little riff now from Cliff Richard. So it should be. Hold on, wait. Oh shit, sorry. See, that sounds like a cool one to end on. Fuck you, D. Gay. You say whatever you want to say. Look a bit stupid wearing I Love My Wife fucking onesie, wouldn't I? You know what's gay? You coming on and saying that. That's gay. Takes one to know one. Plus, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Some of the funniest people out there are gay. Excuse me. Let's turn the TV on here, get a bit of something on here now, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck off, you don't like gay, get out here, you. Devon. What kind of gay name is that? Devon. See so. It's not in tune. The little one was playing with it yesterday. Anyway. I need to get moving. I can only say if I put myself under pressure for nothing. Why am I panicking? Panicking for no reason. All I have to do is go to the pharmacy. Took the road. Relax. Swear to God, I'm one of them. Do you know the longest panic attack I ever had was 2 years? Obviously, you don't have the same symptoms as you do in the first half an hour for 2 years. But my last panic attack, the effects lasted 2 years. The one before that, which was about 5 years before that, lasted about 6 months. The one I had last Monday has lasted a week. Look at him. Yes. He's playing in the tent with his man. Turn this around. It's so cute, like. And then Teddy's not allowed to do anything, like, the man bites the head off him. Right, so right, let's sort the head out here now. Bit of the old fucking. The charger's not working. I don't, Brian. That's one of my issues for the majority of my life. There's no point in bullshitting about it. I've never really had a hobby. You know, and apart from drugs and drink, like you. But since I stopped and I got clean, no I don't. I picked up the guitar. That's it. If I'm honest, like I could lie and say, oh yeah. But no, I don't have a hobby. Nothing has ever stuck to me, bar drugs. Said this before. You know, nothing, I've never been able to take in any information and go, oh, I like that and that's something I will follow up. Nothing has ever stuck, apart from the drugs and the drink, you know. I've struggled with that all my life, really. I done an apprenticeship when I was 16, 15, 16 as a fitter turner, basically working with pipe work on an industrial scale, without sounding too cheesy, but it was fitting water, wastewater pumps and shit. And I've worked in pubs, I've worked in FedEx, I've worked in carpentry with some people, you know, and I just never was able to stick at it and learn and progress at it. As I said, psychiatrist in 2017 said I have the not the mental capacity, but the mental something of a 14-year-old. That's what she said. She said it's clear to see as a psychiatrist or whatever. I said to her, I feel sometimes I need someone to hold my hand. You know when you're going to places where you've never been, important things like fucking just something important, you feel like you just need someone to hold your hand and bring you and go, that's where you stand, that's the person you talk to, and that's the room you go into. There's no book, there's no manual in life. You're supposed to have common sense, you're supposed to learn these things. I found it very difficult. Very, very difficult. I don't know what most people know. You know what I mean? Exactly, Brian. That's what she said. You know, I started taking drugs heavily around 14, 15. You know, my ma would say 12, but that's hash and ecstasy came first, you know. But like, yeah. And she goes, so you're right back there. You've just been in ghost mode, grey matter, and now you're literally picking off from where you were. You know, I have a cramp here now. That's why I have a cramp. I have a crampy. I'll drink me tea. Oh God. That's exactly what they said, you know. But she said, you know, because there's people out there that are really born disabled and mentally challenged, like, and it's wrong to say, because they need their own little special bracket. They're very vulnerable people. But she said the confidence, the self-awareness, and the ability, she says, of a young child. She said most people, when they become of age and gain responsibility, they adapt. They adapt to their workforce, they adapt to their surroundings. She says you don't. You know? Yeah, absolute. Brian, thanks very much for coming in, and anyone else. I know, but you've stayed all this time. You know, it means a lot. I've talked all this time. It must have all just wanted to come out. So I'm probably just going to watch the news for about 15 minutes. I'm going to finish this, and then I'll be back on later. But before 3 o'clock, but I have to go to and get me missus will kill me if I don't go get me meds. No, absolutely not. No problem at all, Brian. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna listen to a bit of news, and then I'm gonna go get me medicine. Come back, and we'll deep clean the gaff, and I'll do a live. It's good to know that other people are also not working. You know what I mean? And we're still men. We still have feelings. We still have a life to live, even though we're not employed at the minute. You know what I mean? Let me just stick on the news, guys. Need something. Do you know what I mean? Take care, Brian. Honestly, take care. I had to do the shopping yesterday. It's good to talk to other people, and really is. You know. Network test internet connection bastard. I can check me bank app now in a little while. I know everyone's busy. I can check my bank app now in a little while and see if the money's coming in. And THC Bunny is right. He's correct. You know, vape your stuff first. Maybe especially your first dose of medication a day. Vape it and get your proper book out of it and get your symptoms under control. Like I blaze up the piff, you know. Trying to get this thing moving. We should be getting paid today. Anyone who's still in there, tell us how your day is going. You know, tell us anything you need to get off your chest. I had to tune the fucking thing. Don't know where me Clark Kents are gone. Me Clark Kents are on the loose somewhere. Me Harvey Dents. Up here. I call these me Terminators and the other ones are me Clark Kents. How did you get away from being on crack cocaine and walking for so long? Because every morning I turned up in a pair of sunglasses like this and just went, morning, and then fucked off. Awful. If you've been up all night using heroin or crack cocaine and you've had no sleep and then you have to put on a uniform and go to work and pretend like it hasn't happened and hide it from everyone and then do a hard day's work, it is fucking draining. It must put years on your life. I understand. Then when people say it puts years on your life, it must put years on your life. You go into work out of your face on a drug after being on a bender, telling you that day is going to be awful. The longest day you've ever had. And I did that for so many years. Oh, big up Sammy! And there's a little fella following up, look. That's it. I'm turning this off, guys. It's not working. Fuck it. The TV's not working. I don't know why. Should be. Fucking should be. Tests internet connection. You bastard. I have to go and get me meds anyway. I have to go and get the old medication. The little fella's hunting, look. He's hunting little flies. Let's try with D. Fuck's sake. Oh, I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. It was the wrong way around. I'll do it later. I'll fucking do it later. I'll do it later. Because the two kids were out playing with it yesterday. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. Sammy, you take it easy on him. Sometimes he can be a bit rough with the cat. Yeah. Oh, my fucking back is... Yeah. Shove to the... They're in there playing, look. He's got a pounce on his tail. You can do it. Good to see you, Lockray. Sammy, go easy now. He's only a puppy or a kitten. Good boy. He's only 1 year old, Sammy is. The other fella's only 11 weeks. Good boy, Sam. Oh, I've got a headache. Good to see you, Lockray. Gonna chill out here now and then I'm gonna go get me meds. That's all. I was gonna try to listen to some music but the internet's not working. You'll have to let me know if anything crazy's going on in any marches or protests planned. I haven't heard of anything lately. Go easy on him, Sam. How are you staying? Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all, mate, honestly. Life on life's terms. I'll check my bank in a little while and see if the money's come in. Which is always a good thing. Get your bills paid. And then you can relax. Teddy, come on, man. Seriously. I hope you're well. I hope your brother is well as well. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen him in a good while. I know he's busy being a father anyway. I hope he's alright. I hope he's not gone out and fucking, you know, went undone a couple of years of fucking good behaviour. Let me just get me lawyer. Sammy, take it easy on him. Hello. Hello. Oh, you little bastard, you got me. Got me with his nails. You bastard. Lay down. Oh, God. Go back in here for a minute. I need me lawyer. Yeah, well look, there's still 5 people in. You know, hope you're having a good week. I know we had a bank holiday yesterday, you see. It's just myself and Jade this weekend, you know. This weekend might be the weekend where we say fuck it and we have a little trip somewhere. We might not, no money. I need to buy suits. Hopefully my internet didn't go there. I need to buy suits. You know, I need to do suit shopping for the best man and myself and Grandad. Yeah, I've got that to do. I have to pay me rent though as well. Well, I've been on 2 hours, guys. I'm gonna call it there because I'm going to go and get me meds, and then when I get back, I've still got about 2.5 hours, 3 hours before the kids get back. So I hope you all have a good morning, and well, look, it's afternoon now. I'll speak to you soon, okay? Take care. From me to you, take care.